Today it gives me great pleasure to launch the ASC G5 sweeper. The G5 sweeper is a heavy-duty sweeper designed to work in most indoor and outdoor facilities, principally designed to work in heavy-duty applications. The machine is made from solid steel, it's reliable and has an expected lifespan between 15 and 20 years. It's relatively simple in terms of the way it's configured, and it's extremely heavy-duty, designed for rough terrain and a heavy-duty environment. So my objective today is to give you a quick illustration of the machine, what it is, what you're getting, how it works and whatnot. Okay, so let's start with the drivetrain. For starters, we have solid drive tyres. They're a non-marking solid tyre. The tyres themselves are designed to last 5 years on most applications. The machine itself has a 1450 or a 1.45 metre sweep path, which gives it an overall productivity rate of nearly 3 acres per hour. On the old school, it's 11,000 square metres per hour. So in terms of most warehousing or industrial use applications, the machine is probably suited to 70-80% of warehousing applications around Australia. So what we have here, or one of the problems we have with every sweeper in the marketplace, is they're regarded as crash and bash vehicles because the machines are designed to run against walls and run against footpaths. They generally get knocked around. So the machine here has a really, really solid heavy-duty frame, and we have these great big steel bollards which are designed to offset against any heavy-duty impact. So we're not breaking brushes, motors and whatnot, which is typical of most sweepers in the marketplace. In terms of safety, we have a drive light when it's on, so whenever the machine is on, the light will always be on. Okay, so what we have, again in a nutshell, we have 2 gutter brooms which has an overall sweeping path of 1450 millimetres or 1.45 metres. Okay, as I open up this cover here, we have a main brush, which I've actually taken off before. So the main brush simply pulls out. It's driven off a drive shaft here, and the main broom pulls out. And this main brush down here is 700 millimetres wide, which gives you the bulk of your sweeping. It's a taper broom, it's a V-shaped broom, so it throws backward into the bin to allow some maximum loading of the hopper in itself. The lifespan of these brushes, in old school terms, is generally, in most applications, 6 to 7 months before replacement of the brushes. The hopper, or the catcher as we call it, is what holds the rubbish. This machine has a 150 litre compartment, but it holds a maximum of 100 kilos of debris, which is acceptable for 95% of warehouse sweeping. The dump height from top to bottom is 2.1 metres, but in the old school it basically dumps into a standard skip of 1.65 metres. So if it's a standard Ceta, Veolia, JJ Richard skip, this machine is designed to dump into it. This machine comes in 2 versions, a low dump, which is a manual draw, and a high dump, which I'll show you in a moment. The high dump version operates like this. We simply turn the key on, and we'll lift the hopper up in the air like this. It will dump up, stop at any height. It'll go to 1.6 metres, and then this will just roll out like so and dump the rubbish into the bin. When we've dumped, we fold the bin back down and we lower the bin back down. The arms on the high dump are extremely strong. It's really robust steel. So the inevitability of mangling this is pretty low because you're not going to get much more solid than heavy-duty steel like this. Again, all steel, no plastic anywhere to be seen on the machine. As I open up this latch here, what we'll find is our dust control system in here. We undo these latches down here. As I open up this compartment down here, you can see this is a baghouse dust control system. So essentially this is the world's best dust control system used universally. And the machine itself is designed to work in lead, cement, anything that you could possibly pick out. The machine is designed not to get blocked and will run at 3 micron dust control. The lifespan of this filter here is generally between 7 to 15 years before you replace it. So if you want a sweeper that doesn't blow dust, this is the way to go. As I said, it's really easy. In the event that this does get wet by any chance, you can simply pull it out and dry clean it and whack it back in, but there is an option on the machine to run wet and dry, providing the operator turns the switch on and off that way. But it's the world's best system. It's been proven in Australia for the last 50 years, especially through what we've done in various applications around Australia in the worst of the worst applications, and that's how it works. So you've got the world's best dust control system on the machine. You've got an excellent hopper. It's all steel, designed to load 150 litres of debris or 100 kilos in net weight. It's all steel, and it's designed again for the industrial environment. To enclose this, we simply lock this up like so. No real need to open that up unless you're doing preventative maintenance once every 5 or 6 months. So if you want a sweeper that doesn't blow dust, this is definitely the way to go. What makes this machine unique in regards to the new silica laws or dust control that the government is now pushing is it has a water suppression system. This machine is fitted with a 45 litre water tank, and we can either fill it from the top here if you want a direct hose, but if you want to be a little bit easier, it comes with a connecting hose standard on the machine, and you can plug that straight into a tap. So 45 litres will give you 1.5 hour runtime whilst you're using the machine, and when you finish, you simply put this away. Now, to activate the water system, we have a button here, which is just here, and if you watch carefully, the water sprays down on both gutter brooms to give you excellent water suppression on the dust control. So most companies are now looking for this, which works very, very well. To turn it off, we simply undo it like that. Inside the engine bay, if you like, if you want, for want of a better term, call it an engine bay. This one has 6 volts, which is 36 volt operation. The batteries themselves are 200 amp hour. The actual runtime of the machine is 5 hours continual use. One of the things about this machine, it's excellent for its climbing ability. It has a 1.5 horsepower motor, which will climb a gradient of some 25 degrees. So if you're wanting to sweep a car park, or perhaps some heavy-duty applications which require hill climbing, this is probably one of the best machines on the market you'll find. Inside the machine itself, you have a toolkit and an instruction manual, and it will tell you everything you need to know about how to operate the machine. One last thing to cover on the ASC G5 as I open up this cover here, use the electrical side of the machine. As I open up this latch down here, we can see this is a sealed compartment, and down here you have a chopper and some colour-coded wiring. So every colour-coded wiring has its own wire diagram and its own number, and if you look down here, from any mechanic or auto electrician that ever wants to work in here, the whole thing actually says what it is. Solenoids to the wires, to the controllers, to everything else. Everything has a description, and it's a relatively simple system. As you can see here as well, this is the differential that drives. This is why we've got 25 degree climbing ability, because it's a chain drive onto the rear tyres, 2 massive chain drives on both tyres with a 1.5 kilowatt motor. Again, all steel. It's really heavy duty, and if you look very carefully too, look at the ground clearance you have on this machine. It's impressive. It's 25% more than any other product on the marketplace, which means it will climb speed humps better than any other product on the market. So in a nutshell, it's extremely tough. It has excellent dust control ability, has incredible dust sweeping capacity, and it's a very, very simple system to operate. And in here as well, if you can hear that noise, this is cooling the electrical system. Down here there's a fan, similar to what most computers have in the marketplace today, to eliminate any possibility of the machine cooking and whatnot. So this is what we have here, and down here as well we have a fuse, a resettable fuse, in the event that you have a problem. In terms of operation of the machine, it's very, very simple. We have a key on, key off system up here, and if we look down here, it can tell us how much battery charge we have left, so it's actually a very smart system. It tells you it's got 94% runtime left. It tells you how many hours the machine has been used. In this case it's 55.5 hours, and it tells you the voltage of the machine while it's operating. To operate the machine, it's basically 3 or 4 buttons, which is forward or reverse, forklift style. We have an emergency stop. We can drive slowly or fast, it's up to you, at maximum speed at 7.7 kilometres an hour. We can run the main broom and side broom together, so when I push this one down, everything goes down electrically, and as I take off with my foot, the main broom and side broom activate, as you'll see there now. In the event that I want to make the side brooms run slower or faster, I have a function here which allows me to infinitely control the speed of the side broom. So if you're picking up leaves, you want maximum speed, but if you're picking up very, very fine dust, you want to really slow down the speed of the side brooms. As I turn that off, it comes up with an electric motor, eliminating the need for levers and cables. Down here we have a vacuum which we can turn on. So we turn the vacuum on, which will turn the suction on, or in case we want to sweep without, in wet mode, we don't have the vacuum on. And this one here is your dust control version down here to clean the dust filters. Outside of that, these buttons, whilst they look erroneous, they're not really. All you've really got is this shows that you've got your front driving light on. This one will turn the water suppression system on, which allows the squirting of the water. And these buttons here are for lifting the hopper up and down. So we activate the hopper compartment. We can simply lift the bin up, stop at any height, and we can go all the way to 1.6 metres. So we get to our point where we want to dump, and then we simply roll the bin over, dump our rubbish, close it back again, lower our bin down. It's pretty effortless. The driving position itself is very good. It's designed for the larger operators. As you can see, I've got a good 30 centimetres of clearance left. I've got massive amount of leg space down here. I can run basically with a large foot. My foot is 10.5, so you could go 20, size 15 foot if you wanted to go. And we have a braking system on the other side, and by pushing this all the way down, we activate a handbrake. It's got a steer knob like a forklift to allow for easy turning. And as I turn the machine on, you will see the machine's turning circle. So it's incredibly manoeuvrable. As I said, it's designed for the typical warehouse under 20,000 square metres. So this is the ASC G6. We're delighted to be able to present this machine. It's proven itself to be extremely reliable. It's excellent at picking up dust control. It's strong, it's robust, and it gives the astute buyer an incredible ability to buy a premium product at an affordable price. So we're pleased with the product. It works well, we support it well, and we're pleased to be able to offer this to the Australian market. Thank you for watching.